Let's talk book fairs. Book fairs are one of the most common ways to get started with schools and libraries, but you can also hold a book fair for any group or organization looking to earn free books or even raise funds. Here's how it works. Book fairs can be held in person, think cash and carry, online, or both. You'll want to discuss with the organization to determine what the best option would be and what is possible given the resources available. Let's go over them. In my experience, cash and carry book fairs are the most successful, and they offer the greatest flexibility. A selection of books is made available for shoppers to purchase. They purchase the items, and the sales count for the organization's book fair totals. This is the format people are most familiar with, and it's popular. Not only can they see what they're getting, but they also get it right away and don't have to worry about shipping costs. Cash and carry book fairs also have the added benefit of being customizable. You can hold a $5 book fair, you can hold an under $10 book fair, you can hold a themed book fair to coordinate with an event, such as a math night or science night. You can focus on one grade or age group. The sky's the limit. Of the special book fairs, the $5 book fair is probably the most popular, and Home Office even offers a variety of promotional material to support this kind of book fair. During a $5 fair, everything available costs $5. Sounds simple enough, but there are different ways of handling this. You can run a $5 book fair like a regular fair, so everything available for sale actually retails for $5. We have plenty of titles that qualify, and the school or organization will still receive 50% in free books. But there is another option for $5 fairs, and that is to offer higher value books for $5 as well. You can offer $6 books, $7 books, even $8 books, whatever you feel comfortable offering, and sell them for $5. Now you may be asking yourself, wouldn't I lose money this way? Well, the way this kind of book fair is designed means that the organization holding the book fair wouldn't get the full 50% in free books. Instead, they would get 25% in free books. The other 25% is going to offset the cost of the high-end books. Why would they do this? Simply to offer a greater selection to kids or to make pricier books more accessible. Discuss the options with the organization holding the book fair to see how they would like to proceed. It's easy to get excited about holding a book fair, but cash and carry fairs do require a bit of planning. For starters, they require substantial on-hand inventory to be available. They also require a way to display the books, promotional materials, a way to process sales and credit card payments, etc. As a consultant, it can be daunting to determine which titles to bring and how many books to bring. You may want to discuss with the organization to see how they would like to proceed in this respect. They may have an idea of what has sold for them previously. When it comes to inventory, we are fortunate that Usborne Books and More offers a consignment option for consultants who are out of their incentive period. This enables consultants to order and receive books without having to pay for them up front. While UBAM does impose limits on how much consignment a consultant can take out, they are open to raising the limits if you have a large event coming up and need to take out a large quantity of books, and paying for it is flexible. You can also partner with your team leader or another team member to borrow inventory she may have on hand, as well as other supplies you will need for the event. Or you can even join forces with another team member to run the event. Just make sure that if you are running a book fair at a school or library, that all consultants who are involved are ESRs. If you have questions or concerns about how to run a cash and carry book fair, please reach out to your team leader or myself. If cash and carry is not an option, or the organization opts out, you can also have an online-only fair. As with online parties, you create a customized link for online book fairs. Through your e-commerce site, create a new event. This time, however, you'll want to select eFair for event type. Be sure you get this right. It cannot be changed once the link is created. Once you have your link, the organization can share it with families or members to encourage sales. As the consultant, you will usually create flyers or handouts that provide the link. You can also offer a set of instructions for how to order online. Often with online-only fairs, you will be able to set up a display at the organization's location to highlight some of the books, offer instructions and handouts, and have some catalogs on hand. If there is a concern about members being able to order online, you can also offer paper order forms for individual processing in OrderPro. One important thing to mention regarding online fairs. Book fairs offer the option of customer orders to ship to the organization. This means that if a customer orders online and selects this option, their order will be shipped with the rewards to whatever address you have specified. With this option, shipping is free for the customer. Once they arrive, the orders must then be sorted and distributed to the customers. Depending on the circumstances, you may or may not want to offer this. When you set up your event, you have the option of turning off this feature. Either way, customers also have the ability to pay for shipping and have it sent directly to their home. Often, even if the organization opts for cash and carry, an online link will be created as well for any families or members who are not able to shop in person or would prefer to access our full selection. Be sure to have handouts with the link available during the in-person portion of the fair. Rewards. Organizations will usually host a book fair to earn free books. As long as sales reach $250, the organization receives free books equal to half of the sales. In the case of a $250 book fair, the organization would receive $125 in free books, and so on. There is no limit to how many they can earn, but they must hit that $250 threshold to earn anything. If the organization would prefer to raise funds rather than earn free books, there are ways to do that too. However, there is no set amount. Some consultants will scale the percentage so that there are certain thresholds the organization must meet in order to raise the percentage. For example, if sales hit $250, then the organization can earn 10% of the sales in cash. If the amount goes up to $500, perhaps the organization can earn 15% and so on. This is designed so that the organization has a vested interest in promoting the fair, but the choice is yours. You can also offer a flat percentage as long as the organization reaches $250. UBAM does not set levels for this because in their system, the organization is only earning free books. So if the organization can only earn free books as far as UBAM is concerned, where is this money coming from? Don't worry, it's not eating into your commission. Here's how it works. You hold a cash and carry book fair. You sell $300 in books. This means you have $300 available in cash. If the organization does not want to get free books, 1/3 of the books sold can be considered what the organization earned as free books. For example, $200 sold, $100 free. But you still have $300 in cash, and only $200 of that has to go toward paying for the books you sold, because the other $100 sold was free. So technically, you could give the organization up to 33% in cash and not lose anything. The only time this doesn't work is with online book fairs. With combination fairs, you might be able to work it out depending on the sales and the percentages you determine. But with online-only fairs, the money is going straight to UBAM, not you. So you don't have cash on hand to offer the organization. The only option in this case would be to use your commission to give cash to the organization and for you to get the free books earned. But you are not required to do this. With either cash and carry fairs or online fairs, consultants earn 17% commission on the purchased books only. This is important to remember, especially with fairs in which the organization wants to get cash. If you're taking 1/3 of the sold books and counting them as the free books, you will not get commission on that 1/3 because in UBAM's system, those are free books, not purchased. And if you opt to offer your commission as money to the organization, don't offer more than 17% or you'll be losing money. Closing out the fair. When the book fair is all said and done, you'll need to determine how to close it out. With a classic free book fair, you'll need to close out the book fair in OrderPro so you can order the free books. If you had inventory on hand from a consignment, you'll need to reconcile the consignment as a book fair. If you had your own inventory, you'll need to place a new book fair order in OrderPro to order replacement books and get the free books for the organization. If the book fair was only online, close out the book fair just like you would a Facebook party. Import the event, then select the free books. If the organization selects free books from your on-hand inventory, it can get a little more complicated. If you are using consignment for your inventory, there is an option when you reconcile in OrderPro to indicate how many books were purchased and how many were given free. If you had purchased the books outright, then there is no need to enter anything in OrderPro because you don't need to order any books. But if the organization opts to select some books from your stock and order some other books, it gets a little more complicated. You will need to order accordingly so they can get the free books they want. With so many variables, it's difficult to cover everything. So if you need help closing out your book fair, please reach out to myself or your team leader. And that about covers book fairs. If you have any questions, please just ask.